Hello. Um, Today I'm going to be doing some animation, like I said, and it's going to be slightly different than usual because this isn't one of my own projects. Oh, actually, I should send maybe a link. Do I have a link? Easily accessible. Yes, I do. Okay. Okay, perfect. This is a link to the project that I'm working on. It's an announcement on YouTube. You can go watch it if you like. It's very cute. I think it's very fun. I was given a scene, which I'm gonna show a little bit later. But basically I have this huge file with a ton of frames to animate. I just imported the backgrounds and the sound so far, just to have everything ready and prepared. But I think first I want to do some sketching of the characters. Specifically in this scene, there's these two characters. Whoops. I'm gonna make them a little bigger. And since this is a style and proportions that I'm not very familiar with, I want to start with sketching them a little bit before I get to the shot, just so I don't have to rework too many of my sketches as I get used to the design. So yeah, that's my plan for today. Do some sketches of them and then see what I can get done of the actual shot, because the shot itself is very long. It's... oh, I can't go any further back. But as you can see, it's over 500 frames, which is a lot. Even if some of the scenes have more movement and some have less, it's still a very long shot. Well, it's technically a sequence because there's several shots, as you can see here. Oh, this one isn't positioned right. Oh, all of them are. Oh, I know why. It's because of this thing. Okay. Because I put all the backgrounds in one folder, but this one has a camera movement, even though it doesn't play back very well. When I scrub through the timeline, it doesn't really work because it's a big file, and there's the video underneath, which I will remove once I've done enough of the sketches to know what's going on. But I'm keeping it for now to have like rough placements for the characters. Okay, in this one, will you... oh no, it's still locked apparently. Do I have to unlock them one by one? What is that? Okay, weird. I don't think you can see on the screen, but there's an icon saying the layer is locked, but it's not supposed to be. Because the first few ones are positioned like they should be. This one has the camera movement, and then this one is not. Okay, and we're gonna put the other one in a new folder. I don't usually do 147. I don't usually do the camera movement in Clip Studio. Well, Clip Studio has this thing where you can only export animations at this specific ratio, like 920 by 1080. That's the only ratio you can use in Clip Studio to export an animation of any kind. Oh my god. It's gonna make me... Okay. That is so weird. Apparently it has to do with the fact that it's a keyframe layer. It doesn't seem to be adding them though. Yeah, no, it's just not adding them. Okay. This is so stupid. Who designed this system?
Skipping meetings again?
Okay, great. And it didn't even work. It worked just fine yesterday. I had no problems getting it to work yesterday. Okay, we're gonna do the simple option. Which is just delete everything and start over. Okay. This is such a stupid problem to have to. Right. It's here. Wait. Oh, yeah, okay. And then 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Okay, so that one works for sure. And then here, we're gonna make yet another one. Why is this one not blank? It could be empty actually. Doesn't need to be white. Okay. And then it's this one that I want to have keyframes on this layer. Oh, that's not what I wanted at all. All the other backgrounds have a little bit of extra. So I'm gonna leave it like that. Yes. And there, I want one. And then I can't just transform this. It was so easy when I did it yesterday.
Skipping meetings again.
What the hell? Well, it doesn't seem to have worked because there's no position info. So this one and this one are basically the same. Thank you. I didn't make the backgrounds, I'm just using them to hopefully animate on top of it, but seeing how it's going, maybe not. I don't get why it doesn't want to do anything. I don't get why. Do I have to move it by hand? That's the worst possible way to do that. I mean, I can, but... Okay, and now does it do anything?
Skipping meetings again?
I guess. Okay, we're gonna say it worked. And now the question is, in my sketch layer folder, same thing, which I put here, if I make a frame, can I draw on it? Well, not with the transparent color, probably. Yes! Okay, finally, somehow it worked the second time, even though I did things the exact same. I was trying to fix... Basically, this shot has several backgrounds that are like static, and then this one, which has a very slight camera movement. Okay, I can't mute it. You're gonna see. It's very small, but it's still there. And then a bunch of other static backgrounds. Yesterday, I did the camera movement in the same folder for all the static backgrounds and this one. And I realized that here, when it's moved to the side, the movement applied to all the other ones, so they were all a little bit to the left, which I don't want. And I so very rarely use the keyframes in Clip Studio that I didn't know like how to fix it, really. But now it works. And we're gonna put all of them in one folder. This one is at 100%, yes. And okay, all the backgrounds are together. It works. I'm gonna export the images without, like the frames that I draw, I'm gonna export them without the background anyway, so it's not like it makes a big difference that I did this way, but I want it to be clean just so I don't have to move my frames later when the producer will like put everything together, because I don't think there's an editor in this project, but like when the person responsible for this shot will put everything together, I don't want to have to move my frames. Anyway, that only took me 1,000,000 years. I'm gonna make a new file, because what I said before was I want to do some sketches of the characters. We're so cute. I want to make sketches just to get the shapes, to get their designs a little bit. I'm gonna do a very rough animation first, just to check if, with like the director, if that's what they imagined, if that fits with what they want with the rest of the project, because obviously this is my first shot, so I want it to work with everything else that's been made. So yeah, training with the style. And I'm not gonna do like the details and everything. You got it though. Yeah. I am terrible with programs that aren't intuitive. Like, why do you make it so complicated? It shouldn't have to be this hard. I don't know. I'm gonna import the reference in here and do something that we did in school, which I hated doing at the time because it took a lot of time every week. One of our teachers made us do studies, which I'm gonna do here, where basically there were 3 steps. The first step, you trace on top of the drawing. Like, I will do like the lines like this. Then you move that trace drawing you did to the side and you try your very best to reproduce it exactly the same. So we do like, guidelines and proportions and things, and the idea was to make it as close as you could. And then I would move the one I made on top of the one I traced to see if they were the same or not, and like where I could improve on them. And we had to do 5 a week, which you think isn't like too much, except this can take a while, depending on the design you pick and everything. And we all hated doing them. And it's the one and only thing that allowed me to learn to draw in different styles. Like, to replicate the style of something else. Because I was incapable of copying a style before doing that. And after, I was so much better at it. I think I still have them somewhere too. I only used Krita once. Them software do be overcomplicated. Yes. It's crazy. Like, please make it easy. Make it simple. I know it can do so much, but make it not that hard to do all those things. Oh. And I'm planning to learn OpenTunes, which is not going to be any easier, I think. The little I saw, it was so complicated. Oh, that is way too big a brush. Okay. Art is never easy, Loki. Yeah. I wish it was easier sometimes. But what's most important than it being easy is being enjoyable. So in the end, if you have fun, it doesn't have to be easy. Okay, so her hair is pretty centered here. Is the design... Yeah. That one is mirrored, so it's not going to be as hard as, like, another pose that I could do. But I don't want to go and take them from the film itself. I don't think YouTube would like it very much if I did that. Oh, it's not mirrored actually. These two are not the same. Man, I hated doing those so much in school. Especially since it was something we all left for the last minute every time. Like, we could have done it like one a day, and it's not so much because we saw that teacher. We had to send them in like on a drive once a week. He didn't check very like every week. It would usually be like at the end of maybe a month or the semester, I don't know. So it could have been like slow and steady, but it was never slow and steady. What does the cape look like at the back? Okay, Google idiot. Ooh, that's so cute. It reminds me of like wings on like a moth or a butterfly. More like a moth. I don't think butterflies can close them like that. It's very cute. I don't think I'm gonna have to draw her from the back at any point. Not sure. The thing is a little shorter than the rest of the hand. I'm not gonna bother with the shape of it too much. The feet, same thing. That's for cleanup. The details are for later. Although I'll have to remember to at least sketch the lines a little bit, because when I did my own animation, oops, I removed a lot of the design because of that. Well, no, actually, I'm gonna put it here. Style study. Okay. It does look more like a moth wings. Yeah. A creature. Okay. So basically this is like the main shapes of the character. Some of the parts are a little detailed, but that's okay. And it's the main proportions. So as long as I have like this overall shape, adding the design on top isn't too complicated. And now we're gonna do another layer in blue. Yeah, that's a good color. So who is that character? That's the main character, Theophania. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that. That's not how you would say it in French, but basic Theodora. Okay, I'm an idiot. This is Theodora. This is the main character. She is so cute. And the other one I'm gonna draw later is Talia. I also don't know how you say that in English. But she has a different outfit in this one and in this one, because she's more relaxed in the shot that I'm doing. She's a guard, and Theodora, no, wrong one. Oh my god. Theodora is a princess. She's so cute. I don't actually know if she's a princess. She's just a princess to me, because she's so cute. I'm gonna close this one. I'm not very familiar with all the characters yet, because I got this very recently, but I'm very excited to draw them. Gotta remember to do it very close so I don't have to zoom in and out all the time. That's not quite wide enough. And the arms of the cape go to the middle of her upper arm here. Or to her elbow? I put her elbow here rather than here. And there's also the fact that like when she's on the side, it would go like this. So this point and this point of contact. This one is lower. So depending on the angle that she's at, it looks very different. I bet you will do an above average job. Thank you. I hope so. I'm really trying to get back into doing more animation. And the real challenge isn't doing things for other people. Because last week and like the weeks before that, I was doing an animation of my own characters. I have a comic, a webcomic, and I drew like my characters for this. It was a little challenging because it's animation, but it was not nearly as challenging as drawing characters. I'm not drawing literally every day because I'm doing comic stuff pretty much every day. So yeah, I'm trying. It's one of my goals for the year to animate more and animate things that I usually wouldn't. Because this is for a pilot episode. So there's a lot of dialogue, there's a lot of things happening. And when I do my own animations, I have to keep in mind the shape here. When I do my own animations, it's often like there's no dialogue. And it's like either like the dance that I did or very small movements. Like a character nodding or something like that. And I want to do more complicated things. Oh, a comic. What is it about? It's two girls, Billy and Mari, hunting ghosts. Because Billy is very passionate about proving ghosts are real and finding them. And Mari just saw a very cute girl looking for people to join her club. And so she decided to do that. She does not believe in ghosts. And they go on adventures together, hunting ghosts and getting closer. It is technically a romance on top of like a mystery kind of comic, but it's a lot more mystery so far. It's on pretty much every platform if you want to read it. I put her hand too low. I think I'm gonna struggle a bit with this because there's no... These elements don't align, which is fine. But I'm gonna struggle making her arms the right length because this is not working. I didn't make them straight enough too. Sounds cute. Thank you. It's my little gay comic, which is becoming my brand at this point because I had another one before that and it was also a girl's love story. Her face shape is so cute. And I know I'm gonna struggle so much with it because it's very different from the shapes I usually draw. It's a little small, I think. Oh. A lesbian connoisseur. I guess. Look, I like drawing girls. So I have to pick my stories so I can draw things I enjoy drawing. But yes, also. I love my babies. I draw them every day, and I still want to draw them more. That's not the right shape. It should be lower. I'm gonna add a step and try to add her a design once I've fixed it. I think her face is a little thin. I understand that. Yeah, you have to pick your subject, so it's fun. No. Okay. I hope I never have to draw her legs under that here, because I don't know what she's wearing under, like thighs or something. A problem for later. And then the hands. Probably high knee socks thingy. That's a good idea. To be comfy. For the shape of her hair, it starts here and it ends a little above, like there's a little space from where the cape Well, they're not really sleeves. Oh, I should have drawn that one. Probably would have helped. The cape front? I don't know. Need to learn more words. Okay. And it's more rounded at the top. By the way, your PNG model is so cool. Oh, thank you. It's myself. If I had good hair every day. Do you do requests for PNG models? I am thinking about it. I'm thinking of doing commissions for this kind of work and also for portraits in the style of my comic. But you can send me an email and we can talk about it if you want. If you have a project. Oh, they're heart-shaped from the side. I didn't notice that. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, problem for later. That's a detail. I don't need to get into the details right now. Need to do more warm-ups. Oh. Okay, if I ever start streaming, I will contact you. Yay, awesome! I was very hesitant to start because I was very stressed out that I would have like nothing to say and it wouldn't be very interesting to watch me work because I do a lot of the same things. But honestly, it's a lot of fun. Even when I have to fight my stupid program. Okay, there's something that is wrong. But I cannot tell what. So now, part 3 of the process. I'm gonna make the canvas a little longer. That's mine. And that's the one based on the proportions. Okay, it's not as bad as I thought. If we take the waist as the main reference point. The main thing is the total length of like her skirt and legs need to be a little longer. And the feet are definitely at the wrong place. Like this one is okay, but this one is way, way back. I think it should be way more to the left. The hands and arms aren't that bad. The cape front, yes, that's what I'm gonna call it, needs to be a little longer. The hair is okay. And one thing I do wonder, if I put the face on top, it's not bad. Just the face itself, not related to the rest. Okay, it's not so bad. I need to make her, to remember the size of her ears, because I tend to draw them very small and very low on my own things, and make the head a little smaller. Like the hair here, it's a little lower. It should be here. Okay, not bad. Not as bad as I expected. Whoops. Wrong layer though. I'm gonna put it back with the waist aligned. It's my main reference for when I'm drawing poses. Okay, that's part 1 of the study, and for the second part I want to add the design, like the elements on top of this one. Just to see if I can. I don't know, you sound low-key chill, like you have done it before. It's my 4th week, I think, of streaming now. So I'm a little used to it. I was very nervous in the beginning. Very, very nervous. But now I'm having fun. And I'm also encouraging my friend to do the same. And she's starting Thursday. Yes, Thursday. Oh, I need to add an event on Twitch, by the way. I think I'm gonna stream it to only Twitch. Because we're gonna be... I'm French, and we're gonna be speaking entirely in French. So I don't want to put it on YouTube as well. I have a brand on YouTube, and it's that I never speak. Except in that one video that's like 2 hours long, where I explain every single detail of my sketchbooks for ages. Okay, it's this one. Hi Dee. How are you doing in your... Oh, your break might be over actually. I don't know how to count days, so it might not, and I'm just not aware. Making a game. Ooh. For your assignment? Well, I doubt you'd be doing it for fun. When you could be playing instead. Oh, there's only 4. I need to make them a little bigger. I don't know how consistent I have to keep these. I will have to ask. I need to write down my questions. Because I say things, and then I forget. And I'm like, oh, I had a question. But I forgot the question. My break is over, yes, and I'm working on an RPG Maker game for my assignment. Ooh. That's so exciting. I hope you share it on your server when you're done. Well, if it's in a language I understand. I still want to see it if I can't understand it, but I won't be able to play, I don't think. How consistent keep details. Yes. Very well worded questions, but it works. Now I won't forget. And this afternoon when I do other things, I can just send it. Look at me being organized. What is the game about? Yes, I'm also curious about it. I will release a demo once it's done. Ooh. For like everyone on the internet? If I enjoyed it, I might finish it. It's based on one of my planned comics. Ooh. That's very exciting. I miss seeing your comics. Yeah, on itch.io. Oh, cool. I think you're lucky the automod didn't catch you sending a link. I don't know if it's because it's like a very general one, but I think they're supposed to be blocked. I need to look more into the moderating thing. Because I was talking about it with my friend yesterday, and she was showing me like the list of blocked words she has. Which is a smart thing to do, I just completely forgot. It's on my list. My endless list of things to make and complete and check. It's a general link. Yeah. I know of itch.io, I just never really go on it. Ooh, that's not it. This one should be a lot higher, actually. Has a ton of indie games. One day, I will play all of them. When I have so much more free time. Okay, it's a little better. Not perfect, but it works. Regarde, je t'ai sonné. Ah oui, effectivement. Alors, on va voir ce que ça donne. Ouh. Alors, juste 2 secondes. Je sais pourquoi je t'entends pas.
Tu m'entends là?
Oui, ça y est.
Normalement, t'as une fenêtre qui s'est ouverte.
Oui.
Ok.
Can chat here
Je vais
call.
partager mon écran. Je vais prendre un truc au hasard. Parce que là, je suis même pas en stream.
Ah ouais?
Ouais. J'ai réussi à te sonner sans être en stream. Donc je voulais voir. Là, par exemple, je vais partager mon écran, fenêtre, l'onglet par... Mais ça apparaît pas sur ton écran.
Parce que t'es sur mon deuxième écran là.
Ah oui, donc...
Mais là, si tu sur mon écran principal, on te voit.
Ok. Ok, donc c'est juste pour être comme ça en fait.
Ouais. For the people watching who don't speak French, this is my friend Charlotte, who also does stream. Usually a lot of video games. She plays a lot of Valorant, which I don't understand any of, but she does that. And we wanted to try out the collaborate feature to see how it works and what we can do with it. So we can do fun things.
Ok, attends. Je peux envoyer des liens dans ton chat?
Apparemment, oui.
Non, c'est pas ça. Non, je me demandais si ça, du coup, ça crée une plateforme où il y avait nous deux, genre. Je voulais voir.
Yes.
Parce que source de navigateur individuel, invités jusqu'à 5 invités sont affichés dans la fenêtre et formatés automatiquement dans... Ok. Mais du coup, ça s'appelle bien streamer ensemble et c'est bien le truc sonné. Et du coup, là, on est même pas en appel sur Discord, on est en appel sur Twitch, genre.
Bah, c'est trop bien ça.
C'est pas mal en vrai.
Surtout qu'on peut du coup faire ça pour jeudi soir.
Ouais.
Et ça met tous les chats ensemble. Donc mais si tu streams et Perro elle stream aussi, ça peut être pas mal.
Moi, quand je streamais avec mes potes, on avait un truc qui s'appelait multistream.
Ouais, j'ai vu ça aussi.
Ça faisait un lien où en fait les viewers, s'ils veulent avoir tous les écrans en même temps, ils peuvent aller sur ce lien. Mais je sais plus lequel site j'avais utilisé.
C'est pas une fonctionnalité de base? Parce qu'il me semble que je l'ai vu passer dans les options quelque part.
Il y a maintenant une fonctionnalité de base, mais avant il y avait un site pour le faire et je trouvais que ça un peu plus clean.
Ok.
Mais en gros, attends, je vais sur petit conseil. Parce que en gros, streamer ensemble, on peut préparer en fait notre page où on verra tout le monde normalement.
Ah oui, oui j'ai vu tout à l'heure. J'ai pas du tout fait la caméra virtuelle parce que clairement c'était trop compliqué.
On est d'accord, moi j'y arrive pas.
J'ai regardé, j'ai dit allez c'est bon. Mais j'avais une possibilité de préparer un événement et de mettre un truc à l'avance en fait. Et du coup je pense qu'on peut faire ça.
Si on a le temps cet après-midi, enfin je sais pas si tu vas être là pour aider Péro.
Si.
Si, bah du coup on essaiera de paramétrer peut-être ça.
Yes, ok.
Parce que sur... Attends, là. Chat partagé. Une nouvelle façon de renforcer vos collaborations. Donc en gros on aura tous un petit visuel. Attends, c'est quoi ça? En fait, pour se sonner, c'est juste pour être en voc ensemble, en fait.
Ouais.
J'ai l'impression.
Bah après, c'est pas mal, c'est pratique.
C'est pratique, ouais, mais c'est pas ce qu'on cherchait de base, mais en vrai, c'est déjà pas mal.
C'est plus pratique que Discord.
Ça va, moi j'aime bien ça.
Si Aya, elle veut pas venir.
Oui. Ah, tu vois? Ah bah non, tu peux pas voir.
Non, je vois pas ton écran.
Ok. En fait, on peut partager que notre tête. C'est con.
Genre notre caméra?
En gros, là, je suis allée sur la page dans les menus Stream ensemble.
Ouais.
Et j'ai copié le lien URL de la source navigateur. Donc pour
ouais, j'ai ça aussi.
Et je l'ai copié-collé sur mon stream et en fait, il y a ta tête.
C'est tout?
Bah, il n'y a pas ta tête, il y a ton icône. Mais c'est tout. Ouais.
Ok.
Mais c'est-à-dire que si je veux... Enfin, si tu mets une cam, je peux te mettre dans un coin.
Et bah, je vais regarder...
Sa tête, je pourrais mettre ça, quoi.
Je vais regarder pour cet après-midi pour me faire une scène, justement, qui considère comme une caméra, du coup.
Ouais.
Avec genre mon PNG et des choses... un petit fond, des choses comme ça.
Ok.
Très bien. Okay. On aura testé.
C'est ça. Ouais. Tac. Hop. Comment je me suis rajoutée. Salut. Ah ouais, c'est un peu
heureusement que tu m'as dit dans le chat parce que j'avais pas du tout vu la notif. Hein.
Et en plus, non, ça fait un peu... Je pense en anglais ça doit pas être pareil, mais genre, je t'ai sonné, genre. Tac, tac.
Le truc en anglais, c'est genre toquer.
Ah oui,
c'est genre knock. Ouais. c'est pas pareil. C'est pas la même vibe.
Et du coup, je vais regarder un peu les paramètres. Paramètres de la session. Faire apparaître automatiquement mon stream. Ok. Les invités faire partager leur écran. Ouais. Mais
bah ouais, ce serait pas mal.
Je ne peux pas le mettre.
Mais par contre, faut pas que... Si on partage nos écrans, faut pas qu'on triche pour le Gartic Fun. Hein.
Oui, voilà.
Et Faki, il va jouer aussi ou pas? Oui, non. Elle a disparu. We're setting things up because on Thursday... Oh my god, days are hard. On Thursday evening, we're playing Gartic Phone. And we want to do, like, everyone together. There's going to be 3 of us streaming at 9 p.m. though. So for a lot of you, it might be, like, 3 a.m. And we want to do that, but I was saying, like, if we share our screen, we have to be careful not to use it to cheat. Because it's very likely someone will just watch the other person's screen. Oui.
Ok. Mais partager mon écran.
Où ça?
Sur ton truc guest star là. Partager.
Ok, c'est hyper clair.
Ma page elle s'appelle comme ça. Partagez votre écran. Tout en bas à gauche.
Tout
Sur
en
les
bas à
petits
gauche.
plans. T'as la
Là
caméra, le micro, etc. Et l'écran, ouais, c'est ça.
Mon screen 1,
Ouais.
c'est celui-là.
Ton écran.
Ouh. Ok, pas mal.
Ok.
Je vais te déplacer sur
Et
mon
est-ce que
screen
du coup
2.
ça apparaît ici? Attends. On va remettre le lien parce que je crois qu'il n'est pas capté.
Ain't no way
Copier
screen
le lien,
peeking is
je
still
te
a thing in
copie, je te
2025.
colle.
You have no idea.
Ah non, pas fait exprès.
No idea where this went.
Non, ça marche pas.
Some of them would cheat. I just know it. I just know it.
Autoriser les invités à partager leur écran. Pourquoi je t'entends plus?
Eh bien, je sais pas. Mais moi, je t'entends encore.
Ah, je...
Oui. Tu m'as pas mute par hasard?
C'est incompréhensible. Ah, je te réponds pas.
Ah, ça y est. I hate when my friends cheat in Fuse and party games. Yeah. But it's just in a guessing game where you have to like... I know they're gonna like pick some ridiculous, really complicated prompts. And we're gonna get some horrible drawings that makes no sense. And the temptation is gonna be there to look. I just know it.
Essaye de changer d'écran.
Comment ça?
YouTube, mets juste un écran au hasard. Parce que celui-là, je le vois pas. Je t'embête pendant que tu fais un beau dessin en plus. Mais après, je t'embête plus. Waouh.
Ah,
T'as perdu la page.
oui. J'ai trop de trucs empilés. Ok, je clique sur quoi? Dis-moi tout.
Pourquoi moi je vois... Tu vois, ton écran, il tourne.
Il charge, c'est super chiant, ouais. Je sais pas pourquoi.
Ouais.
Ah,
Donc,
ça
je
c'était
pense
pas
que
moi.
c'est pour ça que ça marche pas. Choisis un écran, genre pas tout ton écran, genre juste une fenêtre au hasard. Ouais. Select a
Ok,
window.
il me propose que ceux qui sont affichés du coup.
Ouais.
Bon, bah, on va rafficher celui-là.
Jazz music.
Ouf. Ça va vite m'énerver. Tu m'as pas vu, mais je me suis battue pendant une demi-heure contre mon truc Clip Studio pour faire un mouvement de caméra. J'ai cru que j'allais péter un plomb.
Alors je pense que ça marche, mais c'est que juste toi c'est un peu... Enfin ça charge pas. Parce que moi quand je t'ai parti mon écran tu l'as vu.
En vrai, ça va. Genre, si je dessine, est-ce que tu vois tout de suite ou est-ce que ça met du temps à apparaître?
Non mais je le vois toujours pas ton écran. Sur
Ah.
la
Super.
fenêtre, ça tourne dans le vide.
Et ben moi j'ai une icône de chargement, mais ça partage quand même mon truc. Ah, bye bye. Who needs to screen peek when you have predictable friends? I can predict they're gonna pick complicated things. I cannot predict what kind of bullshit they're gonna come up with. Because it's not just gonna be like a worm with a hat. It's gonna be some obscure anime character with like a pumpkin outfit. Which is way harder to guess.
Bon, c'est un peu nul leur truc, je comprends pas tout.
Et bah, je pense qu'il faut qu'on regarde directement avec Perro cet après-midi pour le multistream. Et sinon, il y a sûrement encore des sites qui le font, qui sont plus clean, plus faciles à utiliser.
Ouais, j'ai fait cracher le truc carrément.
Ah.
Attends. Je raccroche.
Salut alors.
Bah écoute, on regardera, mais déjà on sait qu'on peut s'appeler ensemble.
Yes.
Ça c'est déjà. Bon allez, je vais te laisser, je sais pas ce que je vais faire encore.
Va dessiner.
Je sais pas.
Bien.
Je suis à la maison, je vais peut-être faire 2-3 petits trucs. Arroser mes plantes peut-être.
Ah ouais, c'est pas con ça.
Ouais, parce que. Mais même je voulais remettre du terreau dans 2-3 trucs. Si, faut que je me motive.
Et bah allez, tu sais déjà ce que tu vas faire cet après-midi, alors.
Ouais. Allez, on bisouille.
Bye bye, à tout à l'heure. And that was us struggling with Twitch. To no one's surprise. We will see what it ends up being like on Thursday. We're gonna do more setting up this afternoon because there's basically two options you can use. There's this that she just did is like knocking. It's weirdly presented in the back end of Twitch. It's kind of odd the way they show it to you. They're like, oh, you need a camera, which I don't have. I don't have a webcam. And they're like, oh, set up your virtual camera if you don't have one. And then the help link is broken. So I looked into it a little bit this morning. Then I just decided it's too complicated. It's a problem for later. But there's another thing. Because like when you knock on someone's stream, it's like they have their thing going. And you join them from your side. This is not accurate to us. But multi-stream is like, from the beginning, it's the two of you doing the thing together. This is so cute. This is definitely not us. Which I think is probably more appropriate for like multiplayer games. So if you're playing, I don't know, Animal Crossing together. I'm gonna give him a shovel. And a hat. Okay. Stupid doodle that wasn't needed, but I did anyway. But yeah, if you're playing like games together, I think it's probably more useful. If we do maybe drawings on magma, I think it's called now, where you basically draw, everyone draws on the same canvas. I think that could be fun. But yeah. Anyway, back to it. Yeah, I'm trying to focus again. I might do tests this afternoon, so hopefully I won't have to like start the stream just to do tests. And I also wonder how closely I have to follow these. Like if it's just a shape or there's a specific number of them. You hate Valorant. I don't hate Valorant at all. I've never played it. I just don't understand it. Like when I come on a stream and my friend is playing, I have zero idea if she's winning or not. Like just from looking at the screen, I cannot tell if she's doing good. And like I don't understand not the rules. Like I get the idea of two teams fighting, just the strategy of it. So I watch, but I'm not I don't know what happens. I don't know what they do. I never played any of those types of games because for the longest time my computer just could not run them. And I'm also pretty sure that if I did, it would consume me. Like I would want to do nothing else. I would just be like, I could be playing right now and improving my rank. And then I just do that. I play a little bit of video games when I have time. I want to get back into Genshin and Warframe. Because by now I'm pretty sure the new radio season pass thing has begun. And I really want my Warframe slot. I really, really want to get another Warframe. I have a lot of pieces that I can build. And they're all so cool. And I also have, I'm pretty sure I have a blueprint for Prime Warframe and several components that I can almost craft, but not quite. But even if I crafted them, I don't have the stuff, like the place to put the Warframe, like the slot, I think they're called. No idea what to do in that game, and I have 19 hours on it. On Warframe? Who is tagging me on Discord? Oh. It's a bot. Whoops. Yeah. It's... The thing that got me into Warframe was Josh Strife Hayes' video, where he has a series where he tries a bunch of MMOs and decides if they're good or not. He's trying to find the worst one. I think it's been done. There's so many of them that are horrible. And basically it's space ninjas. And you have the beginning of the story, like the first few missions where they're telling you what to do and where to go, and it's holding your hand a lot, I feel, at the very, very beginning. It's like, you have this level, you go here, you pick up something, you go here, you put it in the slot, you wait, blah, blah, blah. The story progresses. It's very straightforward. And then you get to a point where it's like, okay, now the whole world is open to you, have fun. And it tells you nothing of what you should do. And I know a lot of people give up at that point because it's like, there's so many options, there's a million systems, there's very few tutorials, it's just leaving you there in the middle of everything. But basically, you have to like keep doing the levels and keep doing the planets, and then you will catch more of the story. Like at some points when you've done enough of them, the story will pick back up and you'll have more things to do for it. And I have not reached that point yet because I am very bad at video games, including Warframe. G can tell you about that. I'm terrible at things that require coordination, reflexes. I'm horrible at that. And Warframe needs a lot of that. So I'm still trying to get used to it and like go through the levels. I have several ones where I'm just completely stuck. I just cannot win them. Should try turn-based game. Yeah, I really like those. My favorite game ever is Dragon Quest IX. But I also want to get better at like not turn-based game. Oh, that's not what I wanted. So I've been trying. And the levels I can do I think are really fun, so. But yeah, there's also the Monster Hunter that released recently. Well, like 10 days ago. That I have not played yet because I don't think my computer can handle it. Darkest Dungeon, Fear and Hunger, Baldur. I'm very interested in Baldur's Gate. It looks so nice. Yeah, my PC can't run that. Yeah, I'm scared mine can't either. Because when they released the benchmark, I can't even launch it. It crashes before anything happens. Which is crazy. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It is. It looks so fun, and everyone seems to have such a good time with it. So I really want to try it, but it's the same thing. I'm afraid that like it's gonna be the only thing I do. I'm gonna think about nothing else and just focus on that forever. Coucou, bienvenue. J'allais dire t'es réveillé, mais toi t'es réveillé depuis longtemps. That is the wrong shape. Well, I'll definitely have to practice this part of the design more. But for small details like this, I'm mostly, I'll be mostly relying on the director's feedback. So they can tell me like, this element you need to be more careful about, this element you consistently draw wrong. Stuff like that. Okay, that's a little weird. This evening we're gonna try finishing It Takes Two. The thing is, we have we started it on the PS4 and then stopped for a million years, and my partner got a PS5 and the game is a different version. Like there was an update, an upgrade. For a lot of PS4 games, they just give you the upgrade for free. Or for very cheap for some of them, but most of them for free. And so the timer reset. The save transferred, like we started from where we stopped, but the timer of how long we spent on the game reset. And the internet says it takes like 15 hours to complete, I think, like fully, if you do 100%, which we're not gonna do. And I think 10 or 11 hours to just complete the story, which we have played that and we've not finished the story. So I'm I was curious like how long we actually spent on it, but there's no way of knowing. Because the timer itself says 5 hours, but it's obviously been more than 5 hours. So I don't know. I'm hoping we finish it today. But I don't know how likely that is. It needs to be a horrible color. An ugly yellow to stand out on top of this. Okay. Very surprised by the hair and how close it matches in some places. For the cape, it needs a lot of work, but that's fine. And the face is mostly good. This eye is definitely too high, but this one is pretty good. Just needs to be a little bigger. Okay, not bad. Not bad. I'm gonna put it back in its spot like this. And that's it for the study, the character study. Considering how different it is, specifically in terms of proportions from what I usually do, it's better than it could be, so I'm pretty happy about that. And I really don't want to do the second one, so I'm just gonna move on to the animation, and I'll do the other one at another point. Not now. Later. Sometime. One day. For this, I have no idea how I'm gonna do this. I'll go play Marvel with my friends. Enjoy the stream. Alright, have a good time. Hope you have a lovely day. Thank you for coming. And I hope you had fun watching me struggle with everything technical. How do I do this? I need to separate. So far away. I'm going to do sketch layers for each shot. That way it's not too much to keep track of, and I'm also going to reduce that. That's the playback on Clip Studio, like how much of everything will play. As you can see, nothing happens. Oh, it's definitely not hitting. It's really struggling with the playback. I'm hoping that when I remove the video, it becomes easier. But I don't know. The file isn't that big, so does she need to come in from like the very edge? Well, what I do know for sure is that she stops here. Maybe smaller. I'm not sure how I'm gonna divide everything. Like how tall the gravestone is compared to her. Oh well, it's something I can adjust later if I need. This one is really short. And she starts here and she ends here. That's way too small. I need to remember to be really rough. Okay, on the side it looks like this. So it's something I'll need to use here. Okay, for the third one. Pulls out notebook, but from where? Does she have like a bag or something? Entirely possible that I just missed it. Nope. This one is the one with the dialogue. And most importantly, the screen moving. I think this one is quite long. Riveting stuff, clearly. The background that moves a frame too late. Love that. This one is actually the last frame. I will fix it later. That one's the longest shot. Oh yeah, by far. Whoa. That is so many frames. Okay. Lovely sketches. I'm just trying to be really rough and just give myself indications of what happens without any details. And then later, I'll add stuff. Like, actually, like movements. But for now, it's just to get rid of the video, so it just runs better. Okay, spiral notebook. Better when it starts at the right frame. I also want to see if... I've never seen anyone use it in Clip Studio, but TV Paint had that option where at the top of your screen, you have your screen like this, you're drawing here, and at the top you could have a very thin section with dialogue that you would write yourself. Like you yourself write the words as the sound plays, just so it was easier for lip syncing. And I have no idea if Clip Studio has that option. If it doesn't, I'm sure someone made a plugin, like an action, something to make it possible. But it would really help with some of the... because there's a lot of dialogue in this shot. To keep it like at the right not schedule. To keep it aligned well, so I don't have to do a layer to write it out myself and time it myself, because that would suck. Okay, stuff on the notebook, that's not for me to do, especially not now. What is that shape? I do not know. I made my storyboards exactly the same way, so I can't say they're like not clear enough, especially since a lot of time it's like the goal for them to be unclear. This one is gonna have to move as well. Oh my god. That's gonna be a problem. That's definitely gonna be a problem. In the film that we did in school, there were shots with camera movements. There was one specifically where it was like this. The camera moved from here to here and then up, and we had a character cross here. We used harmony, Toon Boom harmony, and we had to very carefully, by hand, sync the camera movement and the animation so that it would like work. Because there's a very specific thing where if I draw my frames without the camera movement, I can use the onion skin. I don't want to draw by hand the character like the pose 1 is here and then the pose 2 is here. I don't want to do that. I want to draw pose 1 here and then pose 2 here on top of it, because she's sitting down, she's not moving. And then later, during the editing, make the video move. Like during the editing, the animation slides to the left rather than actually animating the slide, if that makes sense. I'm not animating the camera movement. So what I'll probably do is animate this without caring much for the background and the way it moves, and export just a static animation, and during editing it'll be changed. The problem with that is that you have to be very careful for the speeds so that the movement of the background and the animation match, and it doesn't look like one is moving at a weird speed, different from the other. Okay, that is good to note. Now I'll also write it down as a question for what exactly do I need to export. Something I really didn't think about asking earlier. But a lot of those things you don't think about until you need them. Like you're drawing and you're like, oh wait, I need this specific thing. And I don't have it. Okay, she's looking at her... Oh no. She's looking at her notebook. Sitting somehow, I don't know yet. From what I got so far, I'm very free in how I do things. Like there isn't a specific movement that I have to do or something like that, which is pretty cool because I can be like creative and stuff, but it's also kind of stressful because I have to come up with good movements and like interesting things. So if the shot is boring, it will be my fault. And she walks in, I think. Yeah. Or maybe not. I'm not sure, actually. Well, she needs to because here she's sitting down, so she's not gonna be like teleporting. Just maybe not all the way. Her outfit looks so comfy. I need something like that. I mentioned this last week, I'm pretty sure, but I need to sort my clothes to see what I still wear and don't and all of that. Which means putting everything on my bed and sorting through it all, which takes a while. Wait, there's a cut in there, no? Oh my god. There is, and I missed it. What am I doing? Oh my god. Okay. Where I mentioned earlier that the background changes at the wrong frame and somehow didn't create the folder. I don't know. Oh. Strongly reconsidering my decision not to cut it up into different files. Very strongly. I don't want to start over though. I don't want to like move everything, especially since I have very few frames actually drawn, but so much setting up. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Ugh, so much dust. Where does it come from? Alright. A lot of that is gonna be lip sync. For these, I'm just gonna draw one pose. The backgrounds were given to me by the director. I didn't make any of them. They're so clean though. Like, have you seen them? They're so cool. I don't have the patience to make such clean things, usually. Although it's easier when you're in a group project, because if you do like only backgrounds, it's not really the same. You could do awesome backgrounds for animation. This, I guess she still has the thing. I'm so excited because maybe next week, hopefully next week, if everything goes right, I will be animating on something totally different, which will be a project I'm doing with my friends. The friend who was here earlier is also part of it, where we designed ourselves as like heroes, kind of video game characters, and we are going to do animations with them, and I have to show my design because it's so pretty. I'm so proud of it. What folder is it in? not showing all my folders because some of those things I can't show yet. Yes, that's the design. Look at this. It is so pretty. Aya provided the palette and a sort of guide on the style, so everything would match for like how to do line art, how to do shadows, all of that. And I did this. I had other ideas for designs that were so much more complicated and like had like lots of layering with like a top, then a jacket, then like a belt with pouches on it. And it was a good idea, but then I thought I will have to animate this. And I decided absolutely the fuck not. I will go insane. So I did this instead. The only really complicated thing is the spear, but I was not willing to give it up. It is just too cool. And the deep and interesting meaning about this is that I have the rage of the entire sun contained within me, and it is powering me. I'm going to do a lot of game sprite and background art plus animation for attacks. Ooh. You're really going all in. Animation for attacks. So cool. I honestly can't wait to see, especially if you go with like the design, like the style that you use for your other projects. For the outfits specifically. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be so cool. And you're gonna spend 1,000,000 years drawing it. Gotta flex on my juniors. Make sure to put those plebs in their place. No! I mean, if it motivates you to do the thing, sure. My self-hatred fuels the masochistic urge to have a god complex. Yeah. Whatever the reason, you're still giving yourself the work. Okay, that looks weird, but let's see. When I remove, god damn it. I'm gonna close all of that. I was wondering if I'd cut the Clip Studio sound on my computer, but no, I just didn't display the right layer. Like an idiot.
Skipping meetings again?
Ah, goodness. You almost gave me a heart attack.
Sorry. Didn't mean to scare you, love. Just wasn't expecting you to be out of the meeting so soon.
No, it's just I wasn't feeling well.
I know you don't like those meetings, but you'll have to get used to them eventually. It'll be your duty as queen one day.
I know. I'm trying. I can never be like her, Thalia.
It works. I'm not sure. I think it's this one. No. This one. I feel like it doesn't cut there in the original. But it does, so I don't know. Okay. I just realized it's for this one. This one. I'm probably just an idiot. And she doesn't grab it with like this arm. But the other one. Because in the next shot she's holding it with her right hand. And this one I don't know why I drew it with her left hand. Which doesn't make any sense. And it's gonna be like this. And that's probably gonna work better. And this I have to fix. Okay. This is basically at the storyboard stage still. So like nothing really moves or anything. But I want to check with the director about the placement of things. So it's what they imagined, I guess. Like what they expected. For this one, I don't think she has the time to come in from the outside of the screen. Like from the very edge. Because it's quite short. 37 frames. Well, it's not that short, actually. It just looks very small in comparison to the entire rest of the timeline. Which is very long. I haven't made anything to track this yet, but I think I'm gonna do the sections for the shot. Wrong thing. I was wondering why it was showing me the wrong onion skin? Yeah. Okay. Number 1 is here. This is like the last few frames. Last 2, 3. That's 3. I need to zoom in a little more. And she can start from here. Yes, I'm googling the walk cycle poses because I can never remember them. This one is on 25 frames. That's perfect. 25 goes to here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think. I'm gonna do exactly that. because honestly, it works. I don't like animating walks all that much. It's one of the most difficult things. Because you see people walking every day. So if it looks wrong, you can tell. Like right away, you're like, oh, this looks wrong. But to draw? Oh. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Seven, 10. I was just looking to see, but he wrote down the frames, so I don't have to count them actually. 13, 16, 19. It'll be on 3s and it'll have to do 19, 22, 25. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll put another one here for when she comes to a stop. It's like this last one, she's still walking, and here she's just standing. Contact, but it has to be... Oh, no, that works. No, that don't work actually. Oh, this is going to take me a million years. Although, as I get used to drawing her, it'll be easier. Because I won't have to think of the details of the design. But in the beginning, it takes a long time to like put details in the right place, make sure that things are like the right proportions, that sort of thing. So it's just, as you do more of it, it gets faster. And it's my very first shot, so. I definitely couldn't do this without a guide. Yeah, one thing I didn't do for the other one, but I need to do for this one. She's from too far away for me to not draw, like not color that like at the back. I will get confused. It mostly worked out for the dance animation, but for this it would not. It's that one? Yes, it's that one on the floor. Ooh, I'm putting all my brain cells together for this. Because I'm following it in reverse. Just so her position on the floor stays consistent. And I don't have to like estimate where she will start from. Actually, I can remove that. I don't need it anymore. But it's taking all my brain power. I forgot my coffee and now it's cold. This happens all the time. Okay. It's fine, it's a 37 frame walk cycle. I want to have a bunch of the rough done before I send it to the director. Just so we can do like a bunch of feedback at once. I don't mind doing a ton of retakes, I just don't want it to take like a million years to communicate them between us. Because the director for this project is a student, so obviously they have like other things to do than to give me feedback every day. Like, do I have a frame here? I don't have a frame here. This one definitely doesn't work. I'll have to adjust the timing for that. Should be careful about the size, but okay. Not gonna lie, I'm enjoying this little improvised creation of mine. Well, that's awesome. It's a lot better if you can have a good time while you work on it. Oh, the drink. 2 spoons of instant coffee, 3 spoons of sugar, stir with a bit of water, add ice and fill cup with milk and stir. Are you discovering iced coffee? This isn't the first time you've had like cold coffee, right? I can't imagine it is, because you make like a lot of fun, sweet drinks. I still haven't found cranberries, by the way. I saw them once, but the very small box was like $7, so I didn't get it. I considered it for a very long time, but no, it was just too much. Also, hot or cold water to do the drink. Can you find the frozen bags? No. No, they have a really limited selection of frozen things where I am. So I'd have to go like to a store, like a very big store. And I don't know exactly what those are. Because I'm still kind of in the city center. So the supermarkets are big, but not like huge. So usually in the frozen section, they keep mostly prepared food and a little bit of vegetables, but mostly it's like mixes. Stuff with a bunch of vegetables pre-cut that you just have to cook for either like by itself or for recipes, but not a lot of like just bags with vegetables or fruits. Those keep better. Yeah, I can imagine. As long as the coffee dissolves. So cold then? A little warm maybe. I want to try it, so actually I need to take a screenshot. Just so I don't have to scroll back. conversation. I take so many screenshots of everything. Especially when I draw, because I don't want to like export every little change when I'm working with other people. So I just do layers in my file and then take screenshots of the different versions and send that. But all the screenshots I take save to my computer. And it's a little weird how they're organized. So I have a ton of them and I have to scroll through dozens of pictures when I want to find one I know I took like 3 days ago. Another thing I need to sort. Stealing my recipes again. Well, yeah, of course. You shared it here. You knew I was gonna take that. Come on, I'm not gonna like not take it. You can't tell me, oh, I made a delicious drink. Here's the recipe. Don't make it. Whoops. Alright, focus. I need to name my poses. This is the contact. The up. The pass. Yes, they have names, which I never remember. Down the other contact. And now we're back to the up pose. It's 2025. Recipes passed on from grandma cannot be gender neutral. I think it was mostly about the fact that only the women cooked, so they were the only one who had recipes to pass down. I got all my recipes from my dad, let's be real. And the internet. Mostly the internet. Because my dad likes to make like really complicated things. Because he was a cook when he worked. So obviously his skill level and mine don't have anything to do with each other. Sometimes he watches me like cut stuff and I can tell that it hurts his poor little heart to watch me struggle so much. It's just difficult. I have tiny noodle arms, as I've said. Most of my recipes come from my mom and grandma, and the rest is just me going, I want to eat this, but I don't have the exact ingredient. I wonder what I can substitute. Yeah. And then you make delicious things, and you're like, oh, I had this today. And I always think, wow, that sounds so good. To be honest, it's because of you that I got, like, miso paste to keep in my house all the time, so I could make miso soup more often, because you would always mention it and be like, I wish I could have some. And now I can. This is the pass. Okay, no, actually, the skirt is not so poofy from the side, so that's good. I can draw it mostly straight. Her other feet is here at the back, but you can't see it. Funny enough, I can make a lot of Japanese dishes that contain mirin, rice wine. Yeah? Why so? I also make them and I forgot I had a bottle, so I bought more. Muslim and can't have alcohol. Substitute is sugar and water. I didn't know you could just replace it so simply. I also didn't know there was actually leftover alcohol in that. I thought it was like closer to vinegar in the sense that it's derived from alcohol, but it's all gone from it. I'll look at my bottle later. But it's cool if you can substitute it so simply without having to get something super obscure. Not that it would stop you, but now you've made me hungry. No. Okay, not too bad. It's really, really rough, but it will work. Eventually. Well, so am I, since I'm fasting. Time to eat is in like 3 minutes. It is? Kiara must be angry at me. I put jalapenos in my pasta. Why would she be? 6:30. Oh yeah. What else did you put? Because if it's just that, yeah, it's not great. But if you have like a sauce or something, blasphemy, no. I don't think so. It's like not traditional, but I think there is some spicy pasta dishes that she probably likes. I don't know how much spice Kiara can tolerate, actually. Hopefully more than me. For her. This one is the contact. Made a cheese sauce with tuna meatballs, jalapenos mixed in the sauce. Yeah, I think you're perfectly fine. Chiara will not judge your pasta. And if she does, I will remind her that she's probably done worse. Cannot let my wife be mean to my sibling. I was gonna make bolognese, but I didn't have pure tomatoes. Bolognese is so good. It's been so long since I had it, though. My dad makes a ton of it every autumn because he has consistently planted like 30 to 40 tomato plants and ends up with like 100 kilos of tomatoes harvested over the season. And you can't eat all that. It's just, it doesn't work. So he usually like gives them away to people, and at the end of the summer he makes sauce with it, and it's so good. And I wish I could bring some back to my apartment, but I take the train to come back, and it's several hours of traveling, so I don't trust it to stay frozen. Something I can only enjoy there. Sadly. Okay, this one, the transition between like these two looks weird. Like she's barely moving. Which one is the pass? I think the up one is supposed to be more raised. I have pelmeni, Russian ravioli, that is just sitting in the freezer at the moment. I'm gonna eat it once I get pure tomato for the sauce. Please send a picture when you do. I'm so curious what it's gonna be like. And once again, it sounds so tasty. Is she getting smaller? Yeah, she definitely is. Please do. I wanna see so bad. I love when people send pictures of what they eat. In one of the Discord servers I'm in, there's a channel dedicated to that. Like where we just send food pictures that we have, like not stuff that we find. It's so cool to see all the delicious things my friends eat. But at the same time, it makes me realize that I have the same meals all the time. Because I'm like, oh, I've already sent this one. I can't send it again. It's the same things as like 3 days ago. What pose am I at? Local idiot struggles to draw things in reverse. Proves it was probably a bad idea. Also, I have to save more frequently. Because if this crashes, I'll be so sad. Which one is that? The pass. And this one. My friends always ask me why I don't do culinary studies, and I just tell them I'm an artist, so I'm broke, but I love to eat, so I gotta get creative. Would you enjoy studying culinary school? I don't think I would. Well, no, actually. I think I would enjoy studying the food making aspect of it. Like how to make everything, the rules of it, all of that. But then, the working in a kitchen side of things, I would hate. I would absolutely hate it, because I know it's like high stress, and I would not be able to do it. Probably, but I loved making manga more. I did consider it, but then drawing was more fun. Interesting. How about... what are my shortcuts? W. Bam. Okay, that's better. It looks pretty weird for now. It definitely needs to be a lot cleaner so you can see what's actually happening. I need to add the arms, decide what I'm doing with the cape, because like obviously the cape is not gonna move the same way she does. It's gonna move later, influenced by her movements. it's something. It's a start. I probably spent way too long trying to fix the camera movement for nothing, because I'm not gonna animate the movement, I'm just gonna animate the characters. But at least I learned something for the next time. I think I'm gonna stop there because honestly I'm kind of tired. And it was a lot of things. Tomorrow I'm doing more animation. I think I might do the coloring for the dance animation. I finished the cleanup this weekend, but I haven't done all of the colors, and I realized parts of my layers are not organized the way they should because I didn't change my mind, but I chose the wrong, like I got confused about what layer was on top, what character was on top, so I'll have to move some layers around, which is gonna be impractical, but it has to be done. I want to finish that, but I don't know if I'm gonna do it on stream. If not, I'm definitely gonna be animating this. And on Thursday morning, I'm doing comic pages. And on Thursday evening at 9 p.m, I'm doing an event with my friends where we're playing Gartic Phone and probably being ridiculous, but it's gonna be in French only. So that's something to think about. I'm going to pick a channel to raid. Hopefully someone who also draws, if I can find that. And thank you to everyone who came to hang out today. I hope you had a good time. And I will see you tomorrow. Ooh, this is now just making commissions. And doing co-working, that's perfect. Because that's also kind of what I do. I hope everyone has a really good day, and I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.